Hi, welcome to Whatever. I'm one of your hosts, Dragon Pet.
And I'm the other, Alex Drake.
Today we're going to continue talking about the TV series Gotham. We talked about Gotham Season 1 the other day. Now we're going to continue that with Gotham's Season 2, 3, and 4. We just finished watching those three seasons, and I've got to tell you, I honestly think the job they did on Gotham is fantastic.
Yeah.
You get so many things that are brought to you that help you see the backstory of Batman. There's extra characters that are brought in that, Pitch Moon, I don't think she was ever in any of the comics, especially.
I don't think so. Though the comics didn't really do any about the childhood.
Well, no, they didn't do anything about the childhood, which is why this is called the backstory. Fish Mooney was not a character in the Batman comics, is what I was saying. They've made up extra characters to fill in some of the backstory. These are not characters from the canon of Batman, but they help make characters that you see in Batman, and they help explain them a little more. Because you can't have them grow up in a vacuum. Obviously there has to be... Penguin didn't come right out and immediately start at the top.
No. He was the Invisible Boy.
He started out as an Umbrella Boy. It's an interesting twist as we see the growth of the characters. We go from Penguin, you see, I would call it the insanity of Penguin. Penguin is not sane by any stretch.
Nope.
He turns on people for no real reason, other than the fact that man's messed up. Edward Nygma, the Riddler.
Yeah.
Again, we get such a complicated and interesting character, twisted beyond all imagination. And the fact is, the man's a nut.
Yeah.
He's a certifiable nut job. Crane.
Okay, that kid just messed up.
He's messed up. There's just no way around it.
Thanks to his father.
Yeah. Pump all those drugs into your own son so you can make him conquer fear.
And then the last one, you overdose it?
Yeah, it's... the villains that come out of Batman, out of Gotham, who will then be used later in Batman, are so unique. Now, as of the end of Season 4, we have Gotham having been cut off from the rest of the area. All the bridges are blown, and the GCPD is trying to be a beacon of light in the darkness, because there's no power in Gotham now other than what they get off emergency batteries and so on and so forth. And all of this was done basically to try to make Batman into the Dark Knight. So it's going to be an interesting Season 5. But what brought us up to here, some of it... Okay, Ivy, the way they kept changing the character and making her more and more nuts. I never thought Poison Ivy was that bad of a villain.
No.
She was an eco-nut, but that was it. She wasn't homicidal. And this one, she's homicidal. She goes from being an amoral brat to an amoral older brat to a homicidal maniac. I really didn't care for the progression of Ivy.
And her new power, the...
Turn you all to a plant.
Just by touching?
Not by touching, she had to scratch them. The point is, I didn't care for Ivy. Professor Strange,
He,
he is probably the worst character. Not as a no, as a character, he's a great character. They did a marvelous job with him, but he is probably the most evil person on there because he is so amoral. He just doesn't give a damn. The consequences of his action mean nothing to him, and it's a twisted world. And it does give you a good idea of how Batman becomes the way he is. What drives Bruce Wayne. Now, granted, the series Gotham doesn't really center around Bruce Wayne. It centers around Commissioner Gordon. Jim Gordon, back when he was first a detective, now he's a captain. And eventually he gets his title of police commissioner. And it shows the relationship and the growth of the friendship between Gordon and Bruce Wayne. As a prequel series, I can't think of one that's done a better job. They did a great job with this. I am so glad this was done before Hollywood got fully woke. Because I'd hate to see what they'd have done with it. Modern day Hollywood, you never know. Because if they could have screwed it up, they would have. So, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4. What would you say was your favorite part?
Don't know, I like them all, except for the whole Ivy story thing. And the fact that Jerome's brother, who quote unquote Joker, he ain't funny.
Yeah, the newest incarnation of the Joker. Okay, Jerome was phenomenal. He would have made a perfect Joker. His brother is a wet fish. He's just dull. There's no humor in him. That's a little disappointing. I think my favorite part in all of this is in Season 3 when Bruce Wayne finally kills Ra's al Ghul. And as he spends parts of Season 4 dealing with the fact he killed, and he becomes a party boy. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was so interesting how they showed him burning through all of this so that he could learn that's not the way to go. He had to see other ways of dealing with his pain and his problems and see the futility of them. Because otherwise that would make the choice of being Batman less understandable. I mean, you feel helpless. Most people, when they feel helpless, turn to something. In Bruce's case, he turns to being Batman. Because he's tried the other things and they didn't work. The love life between him and Selena Kyle. That is just priceless. Because when Bruce turns to alcohol and partying, she has no part in it. Because that's not her thing. And that's what makes this thing so interesting. Is every little section helps add to the backstory. And I'll be honest, I know what happens in Season 5, but I'm not going to spoil it. If you haven't seen it, you need to get yourself caught up. That's 4 seasons. The next episode we're going to discuss Season 5 and the finale of Gotham. What I wish could have happened, what could have happened, what should happen, and what thankfully won't happen. It's something to fill up some time. So this has been Whatever on season 2, 3, and 4 of Gotham, continuing our discussion of Gotham in general. I'm Dragon Pat.
I'm Alex Fruit.
Y'all have a good day.